How's it going, guys? My name is Frank and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over Revolut, going through all their features that they have on offer, what is good, what is bad, and how to best utilize everything available through Revolut. So make sure to strap in because this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video. There are a lot of features available on Revolut. We probably won't cover everything because we could be here forever, but we'll cover the main features that are available and go through those just on a bit more of a general basis, and potentially later on we'll do more deep dives into each individual feature to help explain it a bit better. But before we do jump any further into the video, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We are at 731 subscribers, so we are pushing for 1,000, obviously being the monetization level. That would be, this is sort of the goal for the year, is to get monetized, whether we get there or not. I haven't done myself any favors not uploading for, the last month, so or don't go into that. But having not uploaded for a little bit, I just want to thank everybody that is still here originally. And if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, liking the video. Any questions that you have down below, feel free to comment. We do have some referral links as well. None for Revolut. This video isn't sponsored or anything. There's no referrals, but that's okay. We just covered this, as unbiased as possible, which is good. But any other referral codes down in the description below, feel free to check them out. So first and foremost, what is Revolut? Well, in my opinion, Revolut is trying to be the all-in-one app for all your finances, whether that's, your budgeting, spending, savings, investing, trading, exchanging, commodities, things like that, whatever it might be, with regards to finances, loans, things like that. These guys are trying to do sort of all at once, obviously with varying degrees of success. Now, there are of course main things that I think you're going to want to use Revolut for, but ultimately what they're trying to be is sort of your all-in-one app where you can do everything financial. If we just have a quick scroll down their homepage just to get an idea, change the way your money, whatever, get your money game on, sure, that's not really any importance obviously, but once we start getting into a bit more interesting things, okay, so check out that card, right? So they do have Visa cards. I have one of my own just here. I have the standard boring one, but better having one than nothing, so that obviously spending money you can do through Revolut, get a great exchange rate, so you can not only spend your local exchange or your local currency. So here in Australia, yes, I've got AUD on it, but say I go traveling and I want to spend a different commodity or a different currency, say like US dollars, yen, whatever it might be, I can exchange and put it on the card. So that's one of the main features Revolut have, is sort of like using this Visa card as an actual travel card. And there it is, trusted by travelers, right? Yes, so you can change, put different, load this Visa card with different currencies, which is obviously good. Transfer without borders. So as we said, sort of trying to be your all-in-one finance app. You can send money between you and other users. It's sort of similar to Beam. I don't know if you guys have ever used Beam in that sense, but sending money without the use of banks essentially. And then other things as well, little things, group bills, whatever it might be, last minute gift, sure, all these little things that they offer. Another key one will be tap to trade. So yes, you can trade a variety of different stocks. You can see Amazon, well, there we go, back into crypto, but you can see Amazon, Spotify, Google, Meta, a whole bunch of different stocks, whether it be individual stocks, or it could even be index funds like the S&P 500. They do have all those options. Now they've also got crypto, so I guess this is why we can tie this into the channel, right? Yes, this can be your crypto exchange of choice. So calling your cryptonauts, yes, you can change or exchange and trade cryptocurrencies, although I'll put a little bit of a spoiler in. I don't think this is the best exchange to use for crypto, although it is there as your option. Commodities, so gold, silver, you can see copper there as well. So if you're looking to trade commodities, you can also do it through this app. And this is what we're saying, right? You can sort of just do everything that you want. Yes, your money's secure, hopefully. And they do have some other things like choose different plans, which can help save you some money if you do use the Revolut app. Primarily for all your trading and exchanging and things like that, it can be beneficial. But first things first, how do we sign up? Signing up is a very simple process. Obviously, you need to get the Revolut app. So everything on Revolut is pretty well going to be done through the app. So all you need to sign up is to have an email, phone number, and some proof of identification. It's a very straightforward process. It took me about 10 minutes to do. So just follow the steps, follow the prompts. It's not one of those, you know, it's nothing crazy. You don't need to prove anything major. It was a straightforward process for me. Just used my, I think, my driver's license to prove who I am, and you know, it worked pretty seamless. All right, so if we now jump into the app, we'll start going through some of the features on offer now. I think the main thing people are going to want to use Revolut for is as pretty well a travel card, because they do have really good exchange rates on foreign currencies, which you can then obviously go and spend, and it's going to save you a lot of money as opposed to going with, you know, bank accounts that, you know, charge 3% on every exchange or every, you know, expenditure plus a flat fee and other things like that. Banks can get very expensive to use as a travel card, so Revolut is a great option. Now if we go through, first things first, you are going to want to order, obviously, card. You're going to want to order the Revolut card. So first thing you do, if we jump into the app, if you have a look up at the top right corner, I'm going to have to blur some of this out, just so obviously you can't see any of my card details, but all you then would simply press is add new, and there we go, physical, virtual, disposable. You can go physical, and there we go, get a card from $8.99. You can see you've got all different options. Obviously this requires a different plan, which we'll all go through soon. Premium, space gray, you know, there are a bunch of different designs, and then you can also customize it. So if we go customizable, there we go, we got here, so we can add drawings. We could do the letter A, we could write hi. It's, oh my god, it's really hard to do. Or we could add like little emojis, right? A unicorn, there we go, put a unicorn up here, and then we'll draw like a little, sure, we'll do that, right? And then you can, you know, literally just go and order that. So you can customize it if you want. There's a lot of things you can do, but it is just as simple as ordering a card through the app. And you can see there is like a delivery fee. You can see on the bottom there, I do have a $5 delivery fee. I just got mine standard. I didn't want any patterns or anything on it. Pretty boring, but that's all you have to do is order your card. So in order to add money, all you do is press add money. Now it's not going to show it because we're screen recording, so it is just like a bit of a safety thing. But then you simply can just add, you know, like Apple Pay, you know, credit card, something like that, in order to transfer funds. It's fee free, so it's a pretty straightforward process. I just use Apple Pay, and it's literally just like, you know, going to the shops and tapping your card. Is the same process essentially, and you can send money straight through. And then all you really have to do in order to make this a travel card is exchange funds. So you can see, you know, AUDTN, they've got the exchange rate on the top right, so it's 1 AUD equals 96.332, whatever it might be. We'll just put all of it in there, and you can see that we do have our exchange rate. So $2.45 equals 235 yen. That's pretty all well and good. And then if we were to do that, we simply swipe across, and there we go, is our Japanese yen wallet. And you can see that we haven't had any transactions or anything on that as of yet, but it really is that simple. You can exchange, you know, whatever you want. If you wanted to add another account, let's just say whatever it might be, add accounts, add new currency account, yeah, sure, you can add whatever you want. You can see there's a huge variety of different currencies, and it is that simple, right? That's how you transfer into yen, and then you simply would go around tapping your card and it would work. It's that straightforward. So to get an idea of how much the fees are, well, first and foremost, let's have a look at what sort of rates they offer. So as you guys can see, this is constantly changing, this number, because markets are open and, you know, currencies are changing in value. But 1,000 Aussie dollars to the euro is 606 euros, or about 1 Aussie dollar equals 60 euro, or 60 cents euro. And now if we go to Google and we just look at the foreign fee, we'll just refresh this just to make sure it's as up to date as possible. $1 equals $1.61. So we are, you know, if we make this $1,000 quickly, right, 606 euros and 70 cents versus 606.13. So we're literally talking, what, like 54 cents or 56 cents, sorry, the difference. So the exchange rates are very close. You know, a lot of exchange rates you'll see, maybe they're not charging fees as per se, but they're the spread in you know, the Aussie dollar to the euro, you know, you'll be getting worse or you'll be getting less euros, if that makes sense. But in this case, Revolut, they offer very competitive exchange rates. And then with regards to currency exchange fees, they do have what they call a fair usage fee. So this is same thing again. We'll go through all the subscription models that they have. But for standard, there is a 0.5% fee charged for exchanges over 2,000 AUD or equivalent. And then eventually, you know, if you have the metal one, you get no exchange fees on weekdays. So that, of course, what they want you doing is sort of exchanging during the market open hours. So if you're trading, you know, between 5 p.m. on a Friday and 6 p.m. on a Sunday, you will get charged a flat 1% fee because the markets are not open during that time. But if you are, you know, exchanging funds during market hours, basically Monday to Friday, you know, you will get charged nothing, or 0.5% up over $2,000 for the standard, 0.5% over 20,000, and no exchange fees on weekdays for the highest subscription. So as long as you're smart about this, you actually, you know, you pretty well aren't going to be paying any fees if you're only doing, you know, less than $2,000 and you're doing it at the right time of the week, when the markets are open, not between Friday 5 p.m. and Sunday 6 p.m. You will be fine. You won't be getting any charges, and at, you know, at that competitive exchange rate, it is a pretty good deal. So I guess that brings us on to these plans now. So if you are considering traveling, maybe you're doing a massive travel of Europe or something for months on end, and you want to exchange large sums of money and get the most bang for your buck, well, what you could then consider would be something like these subscriptions that do come in as a monthly cost, but do improve some of the features available on Revolut. So as you can see, everybody will be on the standard plan, which is, you know, what I'm on. So you can see that there's, you know, ATM withdrawal limits. You don't really get any exclusive. You don't get the metal card. You don't get cash back. You don't get discounts on international payment fees. If we scroll down, then we go on to sort of our investment stuff, you can see that we do get charged a higher fee on any crypto exchange fees. Same with commodity, it is slightly higher. International spending is available, yes. Currency exchange in 30 plus currency with no fees Monday to Friday. $2,000 limits, that's what we're just going through on here. It's that $2,000 limit. And then no discounted airport lounge access. So, you know, a couple of little more luxury things, I guess you could call them, but ultimately what we really want to be looking at are the fees that we're getting charged and if it is valuable for you to upgrade in using your subscription. So what Revolut allow you to do is upgrade to premium and metal plans. So if we get premium, it's going to ask us to get the app, but what this is essentially a monthly subscription. Now you do have to sign up for a minimum of 12 months. So, you know, you sort of need to look at this. If you're just going on like a 2-month holiday, it's not going to cost you $20. It's still going to, you know, you're still going to get charged this over the entire year. It's going to cost you, you know, the whole $120, if that makes sense. But it does save you some money as well at the same time. So obviously you get a higher ATM limit, you get a 60% discount on international payment fees, more Revolut under 18 accounts, which is, you know, whatever. I guess if you've got kids, that could be really handy. Commission-free stock trades, so 5 commission-free stock trades. So that's you know, any stocks that you're trading, you know, obviously not going to get charged a commission. Your crypto exchange fees go down, you know, 0.5%. Your commodity exchange fees go down 0.5%, and your currency exchange limit goes up to $20,000, which is quite a lot of money. And you do, you know, get some other things as well, as you can see. So discounted airport lounge access, cool. Priority customer support, you know, some little things like that. But really you need to be looking at this, in my opinion, as will this save me money? If you are someone that is constantly spending, you know, or exchanging over $20,000 between currencies, or you're constantly using the crypto exchange, or the, you know, trading commodities or stocks or something like that, you know, maybe you could see this working out in your favor, and, you know, saving you a bit of money in the long run. But I think for most people, you know, you're not going to be turning a profit by subscribing to the premium. So if we had a look at this as like, how do you turn a profit on the premium subscription? Maybe let's say you exchange a lot of cryptocurrencies. So if you're saving you know, 0.5% on each and every trade, in order to sort of make that $10 back in savings on the cheaper fee, you'd need to be trading $2,000 every month. in order to, you know, get a $10 savings by using the premium. So, you know, $2,000 a month, that's about, you know, give or take $500 a week. You know, that's a lot of money to be trading for the average person, you know, especially consistently to do that month in, month out to get value out of that premium. And then even then you're only really breaking even. And at the same time, you know, why don't you just go use another exchange that offers a 1% fee anyway? So, you know, I don't think these premium subscriptions are really worthwhile for most people. Maybe, as I said, like if you're someone that is, you know, constantly changing currencies, you know, maybe you're doing large, you know, you got to have a lot of money to be, you know, flowing through Revolut in order to sort of have the savings make up for, you know, the monthly fee, because obviously Revolut wouldn't be offering this if it was just turning massive, you know, if it was just costing them a lot of money. Obviously this turns a profit for them, that's why they offered this. So I think for the average person, just stick with the standard. You still get, you know, you still get pretty good access to competitive exchange rates with, you know, decent fee limits, and, you know, to be honest, like I don't think most people are going to be using Revolut for crypto and commodities and things like that, just because there's better options out there with, you know, better fees essentially. And just quickly, just because we were touching on the under 18s accounts, so you can see that there are parents and guardians accounts for young people. So if you have that premium subscription, you can get more under 18 accounts, which, you know, it just sort of, I think it's just a way that you can sort of overlook, you know, what your kid's doing basically with their money. Independence through insights. Kids can now track their spending trends. Yeah, cool. You know, you can give them allowances, you know, things like that. Card this uniquely. There's, you know, it's just sort of a way of parents, you know, having a bit more control over their kids' accounts, but also giving them a little bit of independence, if that makes sense, giving them their own card, you know, not having to give them mom's credit card, but giving them something they can go spend money on, if that makes sense. So it's a, you know, it's a good option. Maybe if you are looking at something like this, then, you know, I guess the monthly fee could be worthwhile, but ultimately, you know, this isn't going to apply to a lot of people. And the other thing that they, you know, sort of offered was that, you know, sending money overseas, you know, transferring it to different people without the need of, you know, essentially, you know, like a bank or something like that. So I guess this would be helpful if you had friends and family that were overseas, or maybe whilst you're overseas, you know, you could send money back and forth with people, send money so fast, right? But, you know, it's sort of like what we were talking about with Beam, where you're not going through like a bank necessarily, but you are able to send money back and forth. You are able to, you know, help out from afar, you know, if you got a college kid traveling. But, you know, same thing again, these are very specific situations where, you know, like if you have a home in another country, whether it's a holiday spot or investment, easily keep up with loan payments or any bills from abroad. Like this is pretty specific stuff, but they are there sort of on offer if you are needing to, you know, do overseas transfers and things like that. Same thing again, you know, they're just trying to make this your all-in-one finance spot. And you can see what we're talking about. They do offer bank transfers, but ultimately the you know, the best way to do it is peer transfers, send money to other Revolut friends. That's going to be the cheapest way of doing it. And that's the similar way to Beam. You can see Revolut transfer fees are 0, so you do get, you know, no extra fees. But if you go through like a bank transfer, $3 fee, you're obviously, you know, you're going to lose a bit of money in that transaction. And then of course you've got investing and trading. So if you are looking to invest and trade through Revolut, you can absolutely go ahead. It is available. So get a commission-free allowance. So of course that is only on the paid plan. So this is what we're talking about, right? Yes, you can get some free trades. If we go, I can't remember, was it this one? Yes. So if we have a look across here, right, like you do get your 5 free stock commission trades, but like, you know, that's only if you have the $10 monthly upgrade. You call the stock, so you can obviously trade a lot of different stocks. We'll have a look at this in the app so you guys can sort of see what we're looking at typically when we're looking to trade and invest through Revolut. So I'll just quickly pull this up. So same thing again, here we are just on the home page, right? And if we just have a look along the bottom, we got invest, payments, and crypto. So if you just click on invest, right, discover, it's got a whole bunch of different stocks that you can just go in and trade here, right? And some different index funds like the S&P 500. It is pretty straightforward to invest, but I don't think it's going to allow me to do so because I haven't added all my details yet. It's going to ask me for some more things, I believe. Well, maybe not with gold, but I think it wanted to with some of the US stocks. But it is pretty straightforward, right? If we just wanted to buy, oh, exceeds balance. What do I got? 2.45. So you can see I can buy a absolute smidge of gold, but obviously I'm not going to do that because it's not really worth my time. But it is pretty straightforward. You can literally just start investing, track your portfolio straight from the app. And the same thing again, it's just about having it all in one. Now, of course, as we're talking about with fees, fees for commodities 2%, crypto 1.5, and stocks depending on the commission. And then of course that can be reduced if you upgrade to more premium plans, but we're not going to be doing that. And then of course crypto as well. I think if we investing for beginners, yes, you can trade ETFs. So that's like your S&P 500. Welcome to Wall Street. That's just not the best idea. Don't get into Wall Street and investing if you're new, but don't miss a trade, right? So yes, they have analytics, things like that. If you're into all that, but honestly it's just a bunch of jargon, and it doesn't look like they have. We'll just pull up crypto quickly. All right, you're way into crypto. So same thing again, right? Trade with 0 fees. That's only if you have, sorry, yes, that's only if you have for high volume metal customers. So obviously a lot of, ways you don't just get 0% fees. You got to earn that. Lots of different tokens. Yes, breaking down the blockchain so that they do have some lessons and things that you can do. Keep an eye on the crowd. Yes, watch all the different cryptocurrencies. It's pretty straightforward. And if we have a look at this on the app, right here we are in the crypto side of things. Now you can see I do have a little bit of cryptos, but that is just because have a look. Where does it say where I bought? There we go. Sorry, if we go down to the description, you can see I just did some learn rewards. So pretty well read a few articles, and they gave me some free cryptos. So not going to complain, right? Just did it, $8, whatever. But it is pretty straightforward. Same thing again, right? You just go on to whatever crypto you want, right? So Bitcoin to AUD, simply press buy. It's not going to let me because I'm screen recording again, but it is a straightforward process. You just go through, confirm some details, and then purchase crypto. So yes, you can invest in different cryptocurrencies if you'd like, but I think same thing again, right? 1.5% fees. I just don't think it's worthwhile to invest through Revolut. If you have a look at something like Coinspot, which have a 1% fee, Swyftx, I have a 0.6% fee. Why are you going to trade through Revolut if it's just going to cost you a fortune more? Even with the the premium subscriptions, they are still quite high fees, 1% in my opinion. You can get better elsewhere, so I wouldn't really suggest buying and selling crypto through Revolut. They don't even they don't offer things like staking. Whilst they do, they allow you to buy and hold cryptocurrencies, they don't have any of the perks that other crypto exchanges have. So I think it's very specific. If you're going to use this, maybe I don't know, maybe you just you're very new to crypto and you just want to sort of dabble, perhaps I could see doing that. But ultimately I think if you're going to be trading and investing, just go through a trading and investing exchange or broker or something like that. Don't be going through Revolut at the end of the day. And then of course, as we said, there are some everyday use cases as well, because you have your Visa card for everyday use cases. So there are things that you can do on here, like budgeting and the overspend, right? So heads up, you're spending fast, you're back on track. They have all these little things to help you try and save money, to help you run on a budget, things like that. Same thing again, this just comes back to Revolut trying to be your everyday finance thing, your finance app that has everything involved. You can break down your expenditure on transport, shopping, entertainment. I mean, most banks do this these days anyway, so I don't think it's anything massive or game changing, but it is there. It's nice to have, of course. And the same thing again, you can send money to different people or different kinds of things, create a pocket or pretty well a different separate account where you can have well, this is just budgeting, right? Where you have like your house bills, guilty pleasures, summer holidays, sure, but it is just ways that you can track your spending and budgeting and help saving. So there are everyday use cases like that, which are handy. So that is pretty well all the features on Revolut, very, very briefly covered. Now, ultimately, what I think most people are probably going to take away from this video was that I was a little bit negative. Now, I'm not negative on Revolut. Obviously, I have the card, but I use this card for travel purposes, right? That's where they really shine through. If we can scroll down, where are we? Get great exchange rates. That is what Revolut are all about, right? You know, their crypto stock tradings, things like that, they're okay. They work. Yeah, you can use this card for everyday expenditure, but what does it do better than a bank card that you already have? Not much. But where they really shine through is getting great exchange rates at low fees, and then being able to use this card as a travel card. That is my opinion on Revolut. I wouldn't be using this for, as I said, my crypto trading, stock trading, anything like that. I wouldn't even be using this as my every day-to-day card, but you know, it is still a good app. It does have some good functionality. I can see this improving over time. To be honest with you guys, you know, as more things are released, if they can improve their some of their fees and things like that, perhaps I could see this being quite valuable. But at this point in time, I'm only personally using Revolut for travel purposes. I wouldn't be considering any of their plans, not at this point in time. Maybe if I was someone who, you know, did lots of currency exchange, you know, lots of travel, things like that, perhaps you could consider it. But at this point in time, not for me. I don't think the plans are for, you know, your average Joe. Most people aren't going to need it. Ultimately, yeah, as I said, just use this as my travel card, and that's about it. Now, if you guys did enjoy, thank you all so much for, first of all, making it to the end of this video. It is a little bit of a long one, but that's okay. We are at, as we said, 731 subscribers. Let's push that up to 1,000. We are trying to get monetized, hopefully by the end of the year. Hit the like button, comment any questions you have down below. As I said, I do have referral codes in the description, not for Revolut, but for a variety of different crypto exchanges and things like that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.